Today I'm just going to take you and show you how to find a high probability setup, how to manage the strategy behind that setup, because it's not all about the lines, guys. It's not all about the system. There's a little bit more to trading than just lines and little squiggly lines and systems and win rates and things like that, which we'll go over. We'll talk about that. But first I'm going to take you to the system and show you that. I've been doing this for 33 years, guys. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Rob. For those of you who do know me, I am still Rob. And it's coffee with Rob, so let's have some coffee, and then we'll go and have a look. Let's go and have a look at the lines. Let's go and chat about the lines. Let's go and see how you can get your win rates and how you can get your trades, how you can find a high probability setup. And then from there, I'll take you and talk to you a little bit about how you can manage that setup, how you can manage that trade. Guys, if you're insane enough to be trading, come along and let's go and check this out. Let's go and have a look at these lines. These are the lines, guys. Here we are on the lines. I always talk about the lines. Always talk about the little squiggly lines that you want to trade with. But what you want from these lines is a high probability setup. So let's have a look at this one. What you end up doing now, normally what I would do is I would take it to the day chart. Would go to the day chart. And then on the day chart, I would actually take it to a line chart. And then I would draw a resistance level and a support level in. But you don't necessarily always have to do that, but it does give you your levels. And if you want to have a look at your trades on a weekly basis, it's a really good way to do it. It's a really good way to keep an eye on your trades. But on this particular trade, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take it back to the candles. I'm going to take it back to the 4-hour chart, which we want to trade on, and just keep it simple. And always, always, always keep your trading simple. What have we got here? What we've got here, we've got a bearish trend. This is going to the downside. It's clearly going to the downside. Would you like me to clear that up slightly? All right, let's take this and put it down there. Now a trend line needs 3 touches. That's all it needs to keep on going. 3 touches. Let's draw another line in on the top. We'll draw another one over the top here. Now we've got a trend running through here, a clear trend running through here. That looks pretty good to me. Now what you do have as well is a couple of breakouts, what some people would call fake outs. I call them, just they broke out. It looked like it was going to break out and the tail came back, so it came straight back in. There it did it again. Just today I looked at this and I thought this looks like a good long trade because it's breaking out of the trend. It's changing structure, so it's going to the upside. And there was a green candle here, but guess what this green candle's doing? It's messing around, turning red and green. It's undecided. It doesn't know which way it's going. It has broken the structure slightly. So what you need to do here is wait for the nice green candle to close, or wait for it to retest and then give you a green candle and go to the upside. That's a high probability trade. That's a high probability long trade. Another high probability long trade is when this came back in here, took this demand of money where there was money lying here. Why is there money lying here? Because it pushes to the upside. But here also it's lying on this trend support, lies on this trend support, gives you the green candles going back up, because it's in the trend. If you're trading in the trend, you get a red candle coming off there, high probability to the downside. You get it in the trend, you get a green candle coming off there, high probability to the upside. In the trend, not difficult, not hard to follow. Now, if you take this and you go, for example, to this trade here, and you look at it and think, well, what are we doing here? Well, what we're doing here is we're trading a breakout. I said we trade 3 ways: in the range, we trade with the trend, trend is your friend, and we trade counter trade. We trade the breakout. But in this case, we're trading a breakout on a flat resistance. In other words, we drew a resistance across the top here because every time the price gets here, it rejects the price. We drew a support in here because every time the price gets here, it rejects the price to the upside. So it sat in that range. So it was trading between those 2 levels. What happened? It broke above the prior high. It broke to the upside. So now what you've got is a breakout. Now what we got was a retest. A retest of that breakout gives you a green candle and you can buy. That's a high probability trade. I don't even wait for the retests. I wait for the green candle to close. If that's clean, then I'm buying, and then it will effectively, hopefully, go up. Another way to trade is in the range, high probability, red candle coming off the resistance, high probability to the downside, with a high probability of it reaching this level, and then green candle going to the upside, high probability going up. That's how you trade them. If it's bullish, you get these patterns where it's a flag pattern. It's going to resolve to the upside. So that's how you look for high probability trades in the market. You don't need indicators. You don't need little MACD, stochastics, overbought, oversold, mishmash, green cheese, whatever you want. All you got to do is look at the markets for what they are. Understand that the markets are a 50-50 game. Understand that the market can go both ways. I'll talk to you a little bit more about that after the charts. And then if you understand that there's a possibility that you're going to lose half your trades, then you can effectively put a plan in place that's going to help you to win in the markets. That's going to help you to make more money in the markets, to be profitable. Loads of ways to look for high probability trades. Here's the United States dollar, Canadian dollar. So once again, what we've got here, it's in an upward trend. It's moving in the trend. And all of the high probabilities where there's the green candle, high probability up, red candle, high probability down, green candle, high probability up. But here it's broken through. So that was a high probability to the downside. Went back to retest. The test failed, went back in. Then it looked really bullish, but now it's come back and it's failed the test again. Now what you have to keep in mind is that markets are alive. Now, what does a trend line need? A trend line needs 3 touches. This one, although it's broken, has now created a brand new level. There's a touch, there's a touch, there's a touch, there's a touch, there's a touch. So it is effectively still in structure. But now what about this top one? Well, it's easily moved out into the same line, and suddenly you've got structure. Suddenly the structure works. Suddenly it's got the 3 touch points, touching, 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 touching. So there you've got new structure. All that's happened with this trade is the structure has widened slightly. So you're still in your structure. You've still got a good bullish trend on this, still going to the upside. And if you get a nice big green candle going up here, it's still going long. So you have to understand as well that when you're looking for high probability trades, you've got to move your lines around on a regular basis. And you've got to understand that these things are going to change. Now, for example, this green line here used to be my prior high and my resistance. Now it's moved, it's up here. So now my prior high is here, my level's here, and I'm waiting for it to break through that level to give me a breakout trade if it goes to the long side. Or I can take the green candle off here and understand that I've got an in-trend trade going to the upside. Looking for high probabilities, those are your high probabilities. These are the probabilities that you're always going to be looking for in the markets. You can go back on my other videos and have a look at how we draw resistance and support in and how we can trade with just support and resistance. What I do is I literally just use price action to take my trades. And I only trade 3 ways. I trade in the trend, I trade in the range, and I trade countered breakouts. That's it. End of story. I'm not looking for anything else in the market. That's just how you take your trade. That's just the system. But now, how do you manage this trade? How do you manage any trade? Really simple, really. If I look at, for example, here's the gold trade. Now you've taken the trade and you want to know exactly how you're going to manage this trade. Now, actually, it's going to be easier to show you maybe on this US 500 trade because there is more, there's more space here, more clean. So what you do, you're taking the trade on the breakout and you think, well, I'm just going to take this trade on the breakout. Now what you want to do is you want to manage this trade. And the best way to do that is to say, I want a 1% risk on my account, which is a $25,000 account. So I want to risk $250 or as close as possible to that. On this particular trade, I look, where do I want my stop loss? Not how much, where. I want it here because it's clearly below that range. It's below those lows. It's below the prior low. And there's a clear gap here. So I'll put my stop loss right down here at the 6160 level. That's where I want my stop loss. Turns out that for me to work this trade out, it's going to be $280 because now I want a $250 stop loss or as close as possible to that. If I work out how many contracts at 0.2 or 0.0 lots, then that gives me $280. That's close enough. I'm happy with that. And then I get my trade. Now I look at my trade and say, what's my target on this trade? And on the S&P, I've always targeted the 6600. I believe it's going to make that. It's a straight line to the upside. So I put my target up there. That's a $600 profit for a $280 risk. And that for me is as good as it gets. And I'm just going to leave it there, follow it for as long as it can possibly keep on going up and make me the trade. And that's how you manage your trade. Very easy. Let's go and talk about this. Let's go and talk a little bit more about strategy. So that was easy, wasn't it? Now you know how to trade on the lines. No complications, easy stuff. But now, managing your strategy. Managing your strategy the best way possible. People get into trading and they think that those lines and those win rates are somehow going to make them a whole lot of money in the market. They're somehow going to make them a whole lot of profit in the market. And they're not. This is the issue. This is the issue. You can have a win rate. You can say, I'm going to win every single trade. And let's say you're scalping it and you win 7 trades in a row and you're all excited about winning these 7 trades in a row and you won $100 on every single trade. And you say, I've won $700. I won the last 7 trades. 8th trade comes along and it loses $1,000. And then suddenly you're in shock and you're like, what's happening here? But you don't get out of the trade. You don't sell the trade. You think, well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to stay in this trade. I'm not going to get out of this trade because I don't want to lose. I'm actually going to dollar cost average it. And I'm going to buy another whole load of lots. And I'm going to try and make it go back up to 0. And what does it do? It just gets worse and worse and worse and worse. And it goes down to the point where you're literally in trouble because everyone's got a threshold on losses. Everyone's got a threshold of how far they're prepared to go and how far they're prepared to take a loss. You see, if you decide you're going to get into trading and you've watched all these YouTube videos, and I know you're not just watching my video, you've watched all the videos because you're looking for that golden nugget, that one great thing that's going to make you a better trader. So you're searching high and low on the internet for something better. So you get in there and you look for systems and you find systems and you think, well, this charting system's going to work, and then you move on to the next one, and that charting system's going to work, and you move on to the next one, and the never-ending cycle of doom. But you never really have a business plan. All you have is this information that someone's told you you're going to win 7 or 8 trades out of 10. That's all you've got. You've got this great information that tells you you're going to insanely win all these trades on a win rate. But would you open a normal business in the street, a shop or a factory, with no knowledge of what you're going to do, with no plan, with no idea what you're going to sell, with no idea what you're going to make, with no idea how many staff members you're going to need, what kind of shop front you're going to have, what kind of factory you're going to have? Are you going to have lots of people? How much money are you going to need for this? Do I have the money to get into this? Do I need a loan? Do I need to go and see my friend, the bank manager, and get some more dosh to start this business? Or do I have a whole lot of capital just lying around? And by the way, am I prepared to risk that capital? Is it everything that I've got in my entire life? And if I risk that capital and lose it, what am I going to do next? Am I in serious trouble if I lose all that capital? These are all the questions that you really should be asking yourself before you get involved in trading. Because as I said in my last video, trading can ruin your life if you're not sure and you don't know and you're not careful and you haven't planned this out correctly and you haven't looked at it and said, well, this is what I'm going to do. So many people get involved in trading with absolutely no plan. Now, I gave you a strategy there in the system at the end with how to manage your risk and how to manage your trade. If you don't follow that, then you're going to have a problem because without a strategy, you're going to just be trading willy-nilly. You're not going to know what your profits are. You're not going to know what your losses are. And you are going to lose all that capital that you've got. All that capital is going to go down the loo. And then you're going to wonder why that happened. Because you went on the course. The course taught you how to trade. It showed you how to trade on the lines. Now, you saw how insanely easy it is to trade on the lines. And I can show you a number of other ways to do that. A number of other ways to choose to trade on the lines. All you have to do to trade on the lines is follow a simple set of rules. Our problem with human beings is you don't follow a simple set of rules because your brain doesn't allow you to. Why doesn't it allow you to? Fear. Fear is your biggest enemy in the market. You see, the whole reason you are unable to follow those rules, the whole reason you're unable to follow those trades is because your mind won't allow you to. Because the fear of loss is so painful and so insane. You see, even if you're winning, you know that you're supposed to let your winners run. But it goes $50 into profit when you're targeting 600. It goes in $50 into profit, and you start wanting to take that profit. Now, what do you think that is? Because you've got a fear of loss, but you're in profit. You're grabbing to take that profit out. And this is what human beings do every single time without fail. Or it goes into a loss. We're going to denial. We go into this denial phase that, look, we're not in loss yet because we haven't traded out. So because we're still in the trade, we're actually not in a loss. So if we stay in this trade for as long as possible and we dollar cost average it, then we somehow get it back to cost and we have actually lost nothing. No, actually, you're in drawdown, which means you're in a loss. Because it's funny how you think the exact opposite when you're in a profit. When you're in a profit, you don't think, well, we haven't won anything yet, so there's nothing to lose. Let's see if we can make some more. No, you don't think like that. You think, well, I've got a profit. I'm going to take it and get out. Otherwise, I've lost it. If you move your stop loss up to take break even when it's in a good profit and it comes back and takes your stop loss out, you somehow believe that you've lost all that profit. But when you were in a loss, if it dollar cost average goes back up to zero, you don't believe you've somehow won that money. You're just back on zero and you're happy that you haven't lost anything. Funny how we think, isn't it? This is something that traders have an insane problem with, and it's really difficult to get over. FOMO is one of the bigger ones as well. Fear of missing out. People tend to have a large fear of missing out. The inability to sit on your hands and be patient. Patience. Ooh, making money is not the exciting part. Having money to spend is the exciting part. If you're having an exciting time trying to make money, then something's probably going to go wrong. Normally, when you're making money and you're doing well, it's normally boring because it's normally pouring in and you've found the secret to making money. And once you've found the secret to making the money, then the actual making of the money becomes the boring part. You've got nothing to do. Once the money's in, that's the exciting part because you get to spend it on nice things and have a bit of fun. Think about that. So many people get impatient while trading and think, you know what? I've got nothing to do, so I'm going to go and trade on the 1-minute charts or the 10-second charts to keep me busy. And then they start losing all their money because there's just no information there, and the information is lacking on a smaller time frame chart. It's something that people tend to do. Guys, I hope you did take note of the strategy in the system that I showed you. There is, at the end of the system, I did talk about the strategy of how you put your stop loss in and how you manage that stop loss. That's the most important part of your trading. Staying in the game, managing your risk and being capable of staying in the game is the most important part of your trading. If you want to know more about the strategy, watch the last video. It does give you a lot of information on that. While you're here, join the members area so you get trade of the day every day and all the other perks that are available there. If you click on the members area and you click on each area, it'll tell you what each perk is about. Just read it there. I get a few people asking me in the comments, and then I, to sit there and go through all that. Just have a look there. It does actually tell you. The only reason that's there is to stop the freeloaders from overloading me with stuff that I really don't want to deal with. So in return for that, I give you guys a little bit back with a trade of the day and all the rest of it, and it helps you out. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. It's good for the channel. The channel grows, and we have a great community together. Join us for the live shows every Tuesday and Thursday, where we help you get better at your trading. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it helps you. I hope it does something for you in the long run. And don't forget to watch the last videos. Thanks. Cheers. Ciao. Keep your feet on the ground. Reach for the sky. And bye.